What happens when forgiveness turns into responsibility and when beauty turns into yet another hustle? That's the question hanging over the Kardashian world this week, as two very different stories unfold. One about Khloe stepping into a role no one expected, and the other about Kim stirring chaos with a product launch that has everyone divided. Khloe Kardashian has never been a stranger to public scrutiny, but the latest wave of backlash cuts deeper than usual. People online are questioning her every move, especially when it comes to her ongoing involvement with Tristan Thompson's family. Why are you still tied to him after everything he put you through? Fans ask, filling comment sections with disbelief. The sentiment is clear. They've watched Tristan humiliate her through repeated scandals, yet here she is still connected to his world. But what most people didn't realize at first is just how far Khloe has gone for someone in his family. And why? Because this isn't about her ex. This is about his younger brother, Amari, who lives with a rare and severe form of epilepsy that has completely reshaped his life. The condition leaves him unable to walk or speak, and he suffers multiple seizures every single day. Caring for him isn't just challenging, it's a constant, demanding commitment. When their mother, Andrea, passed away suddenly in early 2023, the responsibility for Amari's care could have fallen into limbo. That's when Khloe stepped in. She revealed on her podcast that she felt a deep sense of duty to Andrea, whom she had considered a close friend, almost like family. In her words, taking over Amari's care wasn't about Tristan at all. It was about love, loyalty, and compassion. Since then, she's become the one holding Amari's day-to-day life together. With Tristan on the road for the NBA, flying from city to city, Khloe is the one in Los Angeles managing his routines, his medical appointments, and his well-being. It's not glamorous, it's not easy, and it certainly isn't for show. Her actions have earned her admiration from many. People call her selfless, compassionate, even angelic for taking on such an immense responsibility. But others aren't so kind. The same people who have watched her forgive Tristan, time and again are quick to accuse her of slipping back into the same old pattern. Giving more than she gets, shouldering burdens that don't belong to her, and possibly being taken advantage of in the process. Under clips of her podcast, the comments are harsh. "Girl, you don't owe that family anything," one person wrote, while another asked why Tristan's wealthy relatives weren't stepping in. The criticism points to a broader concern. Has Khloe once again ended up carrying the load for a man who hasn't treated her right? Whether intentional or not, Tristan benefits from her commitment, even as his reputation remains clouded by past betrayals. It's a familiar cycle, one that fans desperately hope won't repeat itself. While Khloe wrestles with praise and criticism in equal measure, her sister Kim is caught in a storm of her own, one that drags the past back into the present while also igniting a brand new debate. The first wave hit when an old clip resurfaced, once again fueling claims that she once forgot her daughter North in a Paris hotel lobby during Fashion Week 2014. The footage showed Kim walking out of the hotel alone, heading for her car, then suddenly turning back before reappearing with a baby in her arms. To the internet, it looked like she'd left North behind and only remembered her at the last second. Kim tried to shut that rumor down a decade ago, pointing out that no one leaves a toddler alone in a hotel lobby. She explained that she had gone to check the car seat first, especially after a safety scare the day before. But, as often happens online, the first impression stuck harder than the truth. Even now, in 2025, people are still cracking jokes about it, and Kim is still having to defend herself. Recently, she reposted a clip that mocked the moment and clapped back once more. No, she did not forget her child. According to her, she just wanted to make sure everything was set before bringing North along. But just as that old ghost came knocking again, Kim was already under fire for something entirely new. Her latest Skims product, a so-called face wrap designed to lift and sculpt the jawline while you sleep. The seamless sculpt face wrap sold out almost instantly, with Skims calling it overnight shapewear for your face. The marketing promised a snatched jawline by morning, all thanks to compression fabric infused with collagen yarns. It sounded sleek, scientific, and just believable enough for thousands to jump on it. The internet, of course, exploded. At first, it was fascination, people rushing to try the latest Kardashian beauty invention. But within days, the backlash came crashing in. Doctors and dermatologists began dismantling the claims one by one. Collagen molecules, they explained, are far too large to penetrate skin through fabric, meaning the collagen yarn angle was more marketing than medicine. At best, the wrap might reduce puffiness temporarily, but any suggestion of real sculpting was a fantasy. One expert compared it to a push-up bra. It shapes you while it's on, but the second you take it off, everything goes back to normal. That revelation set off a cultural debate far larger than the product itself. Critics accused Kim of preying on insecurities yet again, this time by repackaging what looks like a post-surgery recovery garment as a glamorous beauty hack. The design, after all, mirrors the wraps patients wear after cosmetic procedures. Some even called it a scam, with one viral comment reading, "You're selling regular people a $50 surgery wrap and pretending it's a miracle." The concerns didn't stop there. Health professionals warned that constant use of such a tight garment could cause issues with the lymphatic system or lead to jaw tension, especially for people who push themselves to wear it longer than recommended in search of results. And beyond the medical risks, the message itself came under fire. The wrap symbolized the idea that even sleep isn't safe anymore. That rest has been hijacked by beauty standards, turning bedtime into yet another battleground for self-improvement. On TikTok, creators stitched together Skims ads with brutal commentary, pointing out obvious editing and filters in the promotional clips. "That's not the wrap, that's Facetune," one user said, a line that racked up thousands of likes. Even therapists weighed in, warning about the psychological toll of teaching young people that they must alter their appearance not just during the day, but through the night as well. For many, the face wrap became less about beauty and more about the larger machine that sells insecurity as empowerment. The comparisons came fast. Waist trainers for the jawline, corsets for the face. Different decade, same hustle, just rebranded in beige fabric. And with sales skyrocketing despite the backlash, the uncomfortable truth is clear. As much as people criticize it, they're still buying it. That's the paradox of the Kardashian empire, profiting from the very standards they claim to challenge. Looking at both stories together, it's hard not to notice the parallel. Khloe, criticized for giving too much of herself to someone who once hurt her, and Kim, profiting from selling products that push consumers to give up their rest, both reflect a cycle of giving and taking that never seems to end. Khloe offers love and responsibility where others see exploitation. Kim offers self-care in the form of a product many see as self-doubt in disguise. In both cases, the question lingers: are they breaking free of old patterns or reinforcing them? What's undeniable is the impact. Khloe's role in Amari's life has sparked conversations about compassion, boundaries, and how far someone should go for family ties that are complicated at best. Kim's face wrap has ignited debates about beauty culture, consumer manipulation, and the exhausting cycle of trying to be enough. Both sisters are shaping headlines not just because of who they are, but because their stories touch on issues far bigger than celebrity drama. And maybe that's the real takeaway. It's not just about Khloe or Kim, it's about all of us living in a world where love can blur into sacrifice and where self-care can be twisted into self-criticism. If we can't even rest without being told we need to fix ourselves, then maybe it's time to stop and ask, who's really benefiting from this constant pressure and who's paying the price? The Kardashians might be at the center of it now, but the cycle they're caught in is one that everyone recognizes. Because we're all living with the same pressures even if we're not selling or buying Skims. So what do you think? Is Khloe truly stepping into a role of compassion? Or is she once again carrying a weight that isn't hers to bear? And with Kim, is the backlash enough to finally shift the beauty conversation? Or will people keep lining up to buy the next promise in a box? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps more than you know. And stick around, because the next story will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about celebrity culture.